Homesteading can be expensive. It's not just the animals. It's their shelters, the feed, and the equipment. It all adds up. And I get it. When we first started homesteading, it felt like every penny went into the homestead. But over time, we found practical ways to turn that investment into a steady income. Today, I'm sharing exactly how we've done it. From running a small store and nursery, to selling what we grow, to creating handmade goods from the farm that people love. These are the same ideas that helped us turn our homestead into something sustainable. I think these things will spark some ideas for your own place, helping you get a jump start for your homestead and at the very least get it to pay for itself and over time earn some extra income. This goes beyond selling eggs and milk, which is great because it's one of the best ways to pay for your eggs and milk and your animals' feed at the same time. And this is where I started. And that little bit showed me something, that our homestead can pay for itself. Over time, I started doing farmers markets. I sold extra vegetables from our garden and our orchard, potted plants, as well as eggs. This was great because it gave me a sense of community, which also helped get my name out there. On a good day, I'd sell between $300 and $500, which wasn't too bad, but it was a lot of work. There was harvesting, packaging, travel, setup, and takedown, plus all the time that you spent there selling. I did this every single weekend for years, and then I thought there has to be a better way, something that doesn't require as much time or travel. After doing the markets, I decided to open an online garden supply, as well as a farm store and a nursery right here on our half-acre homestead. It sits right up front, nestled between our home and our main garden. It's not huge, just two little buildings. The one building contained all of our garden supplies in it, like seeds and fertilizers. And then the second, it had things in it like our dried herbs, kitchen items, and our produce, plus a lot of homemade goods that we made right here on the homestead. The farm store became a full-fledged business for 17 years. The income from it helped us to grow and thrive. And the best part is, I didn't have to leave the homestead. Some of the biggest perks of selling my produce here versus the farmers markets is that I have a big fridge here, so I don't have to buy ice to keep things cool. I can just set those perishable items right inside that refrigerator. And I can pick as I need. I don't have to harvest all at once. When my stock starts to get low, I just restock it. My nursery part of the farm store, I offered all organic starts, from vegetables to herbs to annuals and even unique perennials. I grew these things organically because that was something that you couldn't find in our local nurseries. So that kind of set me apart, made it my own little niche. If you're interested in doing a little nursery on your homestead, then make sure that you know your plants and how they grow in your area, and allow some extra time to spend with your customers so that you can teach them to grow these things so that they have success, and that'll help your business grow. I ran my business 6 days a week, from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Now that's a lot of hours, but during the slow time, I could work in the nearby garden or even in the orchard to make the best of my time. Now, after doing this for several years, I realized I didn't have to be open 6 days a week, especially during the summertime when the temperatures were above 100 degrees, because people don't want to be out when it's 100 degrees or above, and when the temperatures are freezing. Again, people aren't interested in planting when the temperatures are freezing. I cut back my days to just 3 days a week during these times, as well as shaved off a couple of hours. This allowed me some freedom to be able to catch up on those things that I kind of got behind on during the busy season. And my customers adjusted beautifully. When we decided to do our farm store, we did not want to go into debt, either to build it or to fill it. So we started out really small. It started with transplants that we were going to sell. And then we slowly added organic fertilizers. And over the years, we just built and built so that it wouldn't cost us anything extra. It needed to pay for itself. This building here is only a 12 by 12, and we built it ourselves, so the cost was low. A few years later, we built the second store. It's right next to the first one. It's a little bit smaller. It's a 10 by 12, and this is where our big refrigerator is at. We call it our cold room, and this is my customer's favorite little spot because it's filled with the good stuff. Our local honey, charcuterie cutting boards that we've laser etched, wooden spoons that we've made from our orchard, all of the things that were handmade, and a lot of other good stuff that we bring in as well. This became one of our best income streams, enough to pay for the homestead, to make improvements, and have extra. And it's all right here on our little homestead. If you're considering something similar to this, then my advice is to start out small, build slowly, let the business pay for itself as it grows. Don't be afraid to let your business be unique so that it stands out. We use a lot of vintage items like old sinks, wash tubs, and beds. This just makes it cozy and charming. Most of all, know your products, whatever it is. Our little storefront and our homestead is right in a neighborhood. And luckily, we didn't have any problem getting a business license, but there were some rules to follow. We couldn't have anything industrial looking up front. And we've tucked our soil amendments where you can't see them from the road behind the buildings. And I think that the place is cottage looking more than it is storefront looking. You don't have to start a nursery. There's lots of other options that you could do on your homestead. You could start a bakery, offering baked goods, jams, and jellies, or woodworking. You could do small furniture or wood crafts. And your space wouldn't have to be large. After all, we started a garden center in a 12 by 12. One thing that's done really well for us is our laser etched products. From custom signs to etching our cutting boards and charcuterie boards, as well as little tags that go on our hand-spun products. If you've been looking for a way to take your homestead projects and even your income up a notch, we can't say enough good things about Creality Falcon A1. It's perfect for beginners, but powerful enough to grow with you. It has a built-in smart camera with a full-frame live preview so that you can see your entire work area and even trace the contours of your design. Plus, it handles batch engraving, which makes it a breeze to do multiple items at once. With its 10-watt diode laser, high-speed, and superfine laser spot, it creates sharp, lifelike engravings that look so professional. The eye protection cover blocks 99% of the harmful laser light, and it has user-friendly software that makes it simple to get started, even if you never used a laser before. We absolutely love using ours for engraving the cutting boards we sell on our website and at the farm stand. It's become an extra stream of income that fits right into our homestead life. I'll leave a link below so that you can check out the Creality Falcon A1 for yourself. It just gives it that little personal touch that you won't find anywhere else. This year has been really challenging for us, from family losses to aging parents that need care, and just the feeling of being overwhelmed. We knew it was time to shift. We decided to close down our farm store and nursery. This was really hard, but after lots of prayer, we knew that this was the right decision for our well-being. We didn't want to give it up completely because the homestead needs an income stream. So we started an honor system farm stand. It sits right up front next to the road, in front of our original store. I can offer a lot of what I used to sell, just at a much smaller scale. Things like organic starts, eggs, herbs, handcrafted items, our produce, and fresh cut flowers. We're only open one day a week, and that is year-round, so things are very seasonal. It is quite small, but the nice thing is I can restock it as I need to. And I don't have the all-day and all-week work grind. I can do things that I couldn't do because I was working all the time, like making my artisan breads and cheeses for the farm store. And most importantly, to spend time with my parents, my grandkids, and my family, because you never want to live with regrets. This is where knowing when to pivot in your life is real important, and don't be afraid to do so, because chances are it'll work out just fine if you have faith. We made our farm stand out of reclaimed wood, so the cost was near nothing. We did buy a refrigerator that cost about $300, but our first day, we covered that cost. We added shelves for functionality, also made out of reclaimed wood. an old vintage window just to make it cute, and an old vintage door that we use for functionality for reloading. This just makes it cute and has that charm like our old farm store used to have. We have also made some laser edge signs of the produce that we have, and that can be switched out from week to week. All these little touches that you do to your farm stand can make it look really appealing and attract customers, and it can all be changed out seasonally. For several years, my daughter-in-law, and I ran a CSA. We all grew gardens, and we would combine that produce one day a week to fill baskets for our customers. This was a really good income stream for us, and I liked it far better than I did farmers markets because I could just harvest exactly what we needed to fill those baskets that day. We offered a spring, summer, and fall share, and each ran for 10 weeks each. Then the customers would come at a set time at our farm to pick up their baskets on Thursdays between 2 and 6 p.m. We didn't offer shares during the winter time because the garden didn't produce enough for us as well as our customers. So this gave us some downtime that was much needed after a long season. So what are we doing with our old farm store buildings? Well, I've turned the one room, the main room, into my wool room. This is where I spin yarn and do my weaving for our website. The cold room still remains a cold room. This is where we store a lot of our goods that go into the farm stand, and it's also a nice place to do the packaging for the farm stand as well. The area in front of the farm stores where I sold all of the nursery starts at has now been converted into more gardens. I've added some raised beds in here so that I can grow more food for the farm stand as well as us. Some other income streams that we still have are our two websites, Allie'sOrganics.com, which is a garden supply. And we've made it to where we can have a local pickup for our locals in the area. So they can just click on the box that says local pickup, they don't pay the shipping, and they can just pick it up at our farm stand when it's open. The other is handcraftfromthefarm.com. And these are items that are literally made on our farm, like wooden spoons from our fruit trees, charcuterie and cutting boards that we laser etch, and yarn that I spin from the fiber from our Angora goats, as well as beanies that my daughter knits from the yarn that I spin. These items sell well because they're unique, and people love things that come straight from the homestead. If you have a talent or a skill, then teaching classes is an excellent avenue to earn income. I usually teach about 10 big classes a year. The nice thing about that is there's no upfront cost or very little. You can advertise through social media or even a website, and I do both. Today, a lot of skills are being lost. For those who know how to homestead, garden, sew, knit, preserve, whatever it is, should teach these skills so that they're not lost. I never thought I'd be someone to teach classes because I didn't like talking in front of groups. But the more I taught, the more comfortable I got. Start out with what you know best. Not only are you going to be helping others, but the more you teach, the more you're going to learn. Our farm store and nursery was our biggest income stream, but now our farm stand and websites are. But every step of the way, we have made our homestead work for us. And you can do the same. Start small, find what you enjoy, and let it grow from there. What we do is a lot, but you've got to do what you can do, what your time allows, what your knowledge allows. And don't overwhelm yourself, because I've been there. I hope you got some good ideas from this video. And if you have some income streams that work well for you and want to share, please put them in the comments so you can inspire others. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. May God bless you and show you the way.